Nearly 12,000 babies enter the world at Providence Swedish every year, more than any other hospital system in Washington state. And those babies and their family have access to a range of services designed to give them the best start possible. Dr. Andrew Beckstrom is here to share how the Swedish Foundation supports the tiniest patients and their families. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was actually a Swedish baby too. I was born in Swedish.
Are you serious?
Yes,
oh,
which is
awesome.
I know, I love it. Tell us about the Swedish Foundation and how it serves.
Absolutely. So, Swedish Providence has been in the community for over 100 years, and we are the largest not-for-profit hospital system in the Puget Sound. So we're quite expansive in the area. The foundation itself, though, that is really a place where money can be donated to help the cutting edge work that Swedish does throughout the region, both with patient care as well as just program development. People oftentimes want to give thanks to, to kind of help the community or help the hospital system that just helped them or a family member. And so they look for ways to give back, and donating to the foundation is one way that they can give back to better research as well as patient care.
I know and you definitely touched on that, but I want to talk about when someone actually chooses to donate to the Swedish Foundation. Do you have a list of how the funds are typically used, like where they go specifically?
Absolutely. So the majority of the people that donate actually donate to what's called the Greatest Need Fund. And it sounds just like that. It's given to us as an institution to use where the greatest need is, whether that's a new program or a new part of the facility. Some families and some patients choose to donate to a direct institution or a direct unit or program, so they know exactly where their money is going. But regardless, 100% of the money that is donated to the foundation goes directly back into the hospital and into the programs to better serve our community.
That's so amazing. And how do these contributions directly benefit something like the neonatal intensive care unit? The NICU.
Yeah, the NICU. It's easier. It's easier to say the NICU. Well, taking a step back a little bit, you had said earlier that Providence Swedish delivers about 12,000 babies in the community. We know that about 10 to 11% of babies are born preterm. So that means that we're touching on about 1,100 to 1,300 babies per year through our system. The foundation is essential to help bring in support to help expand what just general hospital care can't necessarily fill in the gaps for. One area that we have used foundational support recently is with our small baby unit. So our small baby unit is a special unit within our unit that takes care of not just preterm, but very preterm babies, about less than 30 weeks gestation or less than 3 pounds at birth. The foundation has helped us with education for our core staff in this small baby unit that has given these nurses and respiratory therapists very specific training to take care of these babies. They've also helped support our equipment. One of the most recent ones was with a point of care ultrasound, where we can now do ultrasounds and procedures at the bedside for these small babies that otherwise we would have had to send to another part of the hospital, and this way we can do it all there. And this is all coming from the foundation and from donors. I know that recently one of our donors who had a baby through the NICU, they saw that there was a gap in just family space where they could have a safe conversation when things don't go as well. And so they've donated to refurbish one of our conference rooms to create a space that is welcoming to families, that has the technology needed to bring images and support for these harder conversations, and could not have been done without foundation support.
That is so amazing. And why is that so important during this critical time? I mean, like you said, you have happy moments and then also some hard moments in the NICU and beyond.
Absolutely. So, taking care of a baby, as any parent knows, it requires a village, right? And now you're thrown into a place like the NICU where that village is a lot bigger and the needs are a lot bigger. And so, you look at how the foundation supports that. Yes, we are caring for the baby the whole time they're in the NICU, but we're also caring for the family the whole time they're in the NICU. And the foundation comes alongside a lot of these families and helps support them through these very hard times, these very stressful times. that are, yes, they're joyous. Yes, you're celebrating a baby's birth, but you're also
Absolutely.
celebrating a very stressful time. And so one of the ways that that's happened recently is that the foundation has come alongside us and enhanced our interpreter services so that way families that don't speak English or it's not their primary language isn't a gap for when they need to have these important conversations and when they're in the NICU. And that, again, came through the foundation.
Thank you so much for being here and sharing this information.
Oh, you're very welcome.
So
You're very
important.
welcome.
And to donate to the Swedish Foundation or to find out more, go to the website swedishfoundation.org. It's also right there on your screen.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Providence Swedish.